Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? I'm that boy they call Big Tone. Thank you for tuning into this latest episode of the Chronic OGs Podcast. Got a real special guest here today. One of my players from high school that led us to the Elite Eight. And we were one injury away from going to the Final Four back in 2023. Who's now playing college ball. Just finished his first college season at JUCO in Southern California. So we're going to give it up for Tony Colley. How you doing, Tony?
Sir.
Thanks for coming, man. Thanks
No problem. Anytime.
Chronic OGs Podcast. Let's get right to it, man. How you feeling?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
Not bad, bro. Not bad. How was your first season out in Orange County?
It was pretty good. It just towards the end, I got homesick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't play bad, but I didn't perform the way I performed at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, you was rolling, bro.
Yeah.
You 20-12. Dwayne was texting me like, yo, I was like, bro, his numbers look like he gonna be the player of the year in our conference. And then your numbers dropped off.
Yeah.
What you contribute that to?
I say been homesick.
Mm-hmm.
And been away from home, and towards the end, I feel like I lost confidence towards the end of the season. Okay. So that played a big part.
So for those that don't know, Tony, his story is kind of unique because he didn't expect to play college ball. His junior year in high school, he tore his ACL and probably came back a little slow for that senior season. But he carried us. Him, Chance, Caleb, Nile, they all carried us. But Tony was the one that made All-Region. Making All-Region your senior year after missing your junior year, what did that do for you? Going to California.
It made me more confident. I went to California with more confidence, and it made me more thinking of like, okay, I can really play college ball. You know, I feel like I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And you helped me believe in that I was ready too, because I wasn't thinking about playing college ball. That wasn't in my mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I thought after all my senior year, I was just done, and I was just gonna go to the gym and hoop sometimes. But now,
right,
I'm playing college ball at the next level.
It's a when you know you gotta. It's a difference from just going to the gym to hoop.
Yeah.
But now you're going to the gym to hoop when you know you got a season coming up. So now you're in the gym working on little things.
Yeah.
Kind of getting your game ready there. Did you see? So going to college out in California, did you see where the game had slowed down? It was faster? What was it?
It was faster, and it was a little more cause all right, so in college, they set more off-ball screens, mm-hmm. and it's more serious, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, and this was a way faster pace of the game. I thought I came in there ready to be in shape, but I ain't knew what was coming for me. So I had to get in shape, had to get in the weight room, and get ready for the season.
So talk to me about the season. So you had the roller coaster. So you started off hot. You was hot as fish grease. And then was it right after the holidays when you kind of tapered down, and then you had a quick spike, and then you tapered down again towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I think when it started going down, I say after. Cause so I had a little 2 games. It was after the game. I had to do the turnover. It was 50 seconds left.
Was that the game I was at?
Nah, it was the game. You wasn't there, but we was up by we was up by 2.
That wasn't the game against Shea Gildress people.
Nah, okay. It was so we was up by 2, and it was 50 seconds left, and I had got a defensive stop on them, and I had hit the ball down, got it. And then they started trapping me, and I threw it right before the goal, and another player caught it and put it back up.
Under their goal?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. And then the coach set me up for the rest of the game. But we ended up winning the game still.
Did you never throw the ball back up under their goal?
I know.
Bro?
I did the same thing on the lead against McIntosh too.
Yeah. You dang sure did. Because we was up 3.
Yeah.
And they scored. And we went up 1, and we ended up winning by 1.
Yeah.
So it's funny how you kind of revert back to that. So tell me about you playing out in California, being out there by yourself. I know your dad went and got a place out there, but being out there by yourself, did you see? Was there people you played against, or when you was out in the mall, walking the streets, or whatever, and people knew who you were because you do have an Instagram follow, you do have a social media following, you and your brother, and you are. And this is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a credit to your dad for all his hard work. You are the son of a celebrity.
Yeah.
So how did that impact how you approach things out in California? For those that don't know, this is Country Wayne's oldest oldest kid. Actually, we'll talk about his siblings and stuff like this too. So with your dad being one of the hottest dudes out right now, people gonna go to his social media page and then they'll see your pages and stuff. How did you approach that going out there and then playing as well? Did you get people asking you about that or telling you, hey, that's Country Wayne's son or whatever?
Yeah, a couple people came up to me and asked me, but you can also tell when people just they'll just stare, you can see them conversating.
Right.
So I know them, but it's always like you got eyes on you, so you gotta be careful about how you move and stuff like that. Just be extra careful.
So are you conscious of that? Like when you're out and about, look, I'm representing a bigger brand now. It's just not me. Your dad talked to you about that sometimes too.
Yes, sir.
So we talked about you being the oldest of
10.
The oldest of 10. So you the big brother of 10. Now, talk about your sibling dynamic. This is interesting with the boys and where they were born and then the girls.
My dad had me. I'm the oldest, and then my brother Tamar, and he's the second oldest. And after that, he had 8 girls straight. It's crazy, like that. I don't know. That's just a wild theory.
That's a real live girl band.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't say that's possible to have 8 girls straight.
That's God. That's God saying, "Hey, I gave you your boys.
Yeah.
Now I need you to take care of these young princesses." And they probably, they picked the right dude that's going to do that. So that's interesting. So are you close with all of your siblings?
Yeah, we all real close. Like we all stay close by. We all just real close. We all get along well. We all got a good bond. So
the youngest one is how old?
She is 1.
How often do you see her?
The last time I seen her, I haven't seen her in a minute because I've been in California. So I think the last time I seen her before that was sometime during the summer. So yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen her. I don't say she know me like that.
Right. So you plan on seeing her soon?
Yes, sir.
Now, is she here in Atlanta or is she somewhere else?
She in Kansas City right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You gonna go up there or?
She usually
come down.
Yeah, she usually come down. Yes, sir.
When she come down, let me see. I want to see the picture with your dad holding the baby with the other 9 kids around. So what's the age dynamic? You got 1.
So
you're what now? You're still 18?
I'm 18. Okay. My brother's 17. I got a sister that is, I think, 15. She's either 15 or 16. It's hard to keep up. No.
Is that the one I met?
She's 15. She's 15.
How old is the one I met at the middle school?
Zaria, she is 13.
Okay.
I think.
So you got 18, 17.
No. Yeah.
You're
18, 17. 16. I think Taylor's 16. Malia and Leah, they're both 15. Yeah, they was born in the same month. They got different moms. I know it's crazy. One of them was born March 3rd.
My man Wayne was getting it in, boy.
One was born March 3rd, one was born March 27th. They used to have a birthday party together.
Is that when you came home?
Yeah.
When you came, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad called them miracle twins.
Oh yeah, that's close.
Yeah. And
so they
both 15.
Okay, so that's
one of them 14 right now, but she's gonna be 15.
15.
She's gonna 15. And then my sister Zaria, sister Christiana, she is 16, I think. 16. And then my sister Zaria, she's 13. And then I got one that's 9. And then one that's like 6, and the other one, she's 1.
Jesus. How do you keep up with all of them, bro?
I don't know. I just, man.
Do they all look at you as like that big? See, I'm the youngest of 7, so I never had, I never been a big brother. How does that change the way you go about things now, knowing that you got 9 other ones that's looking at you set the standard? How do you go about approaching your life and the way you do things now, knowing you got those kids looking up to you?
I know they look up to me, so like I gotta set a good example for them and stuff like that. Cause not everybody, cause like I wasn't around as much this past year. So once I got back, I gotta set like an even better example.
You know, with everyone having FaceTime and WhatsApp, you can be there more than you could when I grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, when I grew up, it was just telephone. There was no cell phones or nothing like that. But you guys have the ability, because of technology, to be around when you're not really around. You know what I mean? So being the son of the hottest dude out in the sketch comedy and the comedian, he's a full-fledged comedian, killing it. How do you feel about that? I mean, let's take away the financial part. I know you guys are blessed financially. You got cars and all. I'm talking about take away how that affects your life, and then talk about everything else that your mom and dad, but mainly your dad right now, has given you. Now I ain't talking about the financial part, because when I see you and him interact, or when I see him at the games, or I see him interact with Tay, it's not a money thing.
Yeah.
Right? I could tell that there's you guys genuinely love your dad.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that dynamic.
Like me, my brother, my dad, like we were like real close. Like we always have talks at night. We would all sit in the kitchen, just talk.
Just you three?
Yeah, us three. Like we all just like real close, and like I'm proud of what he has done for us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like and we all tight. So like when I was in California, me and my dad, he'll just call me. We'll talk. We'll fall for like an hour, 2 hours, just talking, and stuff like that. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, especially. So it's important for you guys to realize that no matter what he's doing, or no matter how successful he gets, that he's still there for you guys. I try to make sure my kids understand that, like, no matter how busy I am, I'm never too busy for you. I see your dads at Tamar's games and stuff like that. And of course, he was at all our games. Speaking of our games, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about that 2023 magical run we had to the Elite Eight. It ended prematurely, and I'm going to say this, and I hope people from Chapel Hill are watching. If Eric Garcia doesn't get injured, we beat them. It's just that simple. But let's talk about that, though, because you started off not knowing what your senior year was going to be like. So correct me if I'm wrong, but did that exceed your expectations? You personally, and then the team. So you individually, when you look at the end of your season, end of that senior season, how do you feel about what you accomplished? Do you think you underachieved or overachieved?
I feel like we could have went farther, but I was still proud of what we done. Mm-hmm. So like at the end of the day, I was happy. We all had a good bond. So at the end of the day, it was a win-win situation.
What about as far as what you was able to accomplish individually?
I was proud of myself. I didn't think I would even. I ain't like when they was naming the things. Like I didn't think they was gonna say my name.
Remember, I was coming from the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And I started screaming and yelling when I heard you and Barry's name called. About that region.
Yeah, like so, like I didn't even know, like when they call my name, like when they like saying the names, like they said my name, I was like, I was surprised because like.
Nah, you earned it, bro.
Yeah,
you earned it. You it was other coaches that used to come to me and say, "Hey, man, why y'all let Tony shoot so much?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Bro, you don't know what you talking about. Like, he got a trigger. 5 shots, 8 shots a game for him. That's everybody else got to do too much work then."
Yeah.
And I think the key to that season was Chance allowing you, to lead us on the floor. I mean, he was our spiritual leader, and of course, Caleb was our defensive leader. But when Chance turned on that leadership switch, I think that's when we took off. It was one game we was playing and you were struggling. I forget, it was a playoff game. You were struggling in the first half. Statesboro. And that's when at halftime he went off on you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, man, we need you. And then you came out and cooked the second half. Statesboro being...
Nah.
Was it Statesboro?
No, the Statesboro, I played back the whole game. I only had 6 points.
Oh, so it was a playoff game, though.
It was?
Yeah. It was a county... It was the region tournament.
Oh, Dutchtown.
The Dutchtown game. Yeah, that's what it was. So, did you ever believe that? Okay, I missed my junior season, tear my ACL, and now I got a 4-year guy at this school telling me, "Yo, bro, we need you. We need you to go." What did that do for your confidence moving forward?
It made me it boosted my confidence even more. It made me feel like, okay, I can actually do this, and I feel like I'm ready to play college ball. Mm-hmm. So it gave me a boost I needed.
It was a boost we needed.
Yeah,
because you did your thing. It was like the third quarter you really went off, I think, and then the fourth quarter now was just
against Dutchtown.
Yeah,
it was the fourth.
It was the fourth.
Had hit two. Had hit two back three.
And the one of them was a in and out step to the side.
Yeah.
Because that was right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, Jack! Oh, shit!"
I got you on my phone right now.
I was like, "Oh, Jack! I'm not on the video right now."
Yeah, you are.
Doing like that?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, Jack! Did you see that?" Hey! Then I turned around like, "Oh, did you see that?" Because we needed it.
Yeah.
We needed that. So I want to talk about your other support, the other members of your support system. Every game there's Prince Tay. Mm-hmm. And what's your other uncle name?
Uncle Arby.
Uncle Arby and Prince Tay. Every game there's
my granddad be there.
Who?
My granddad.
Your granddad Pop. I call him Pop.
Yeah. Let's see.
Your mom, I call her Miss Marie.
Yeah, Miss Marie.
And then your auntie. What's your auntie name?
Siobhan. She's a crazy one.
Bro, I'm telling y'all. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. If you ever come to next year, you come to a Union Grove game or wherever Tony plays in college next season, everybody's there cheering, cool, whoop the whoop. You got people, hey, that's Country Wayne, that's Country Wayne. But his auntie.
You're going to hear a voice out of everybody.
You will never meet a bigger supporter than his auntie. What's her name? Siobhan?
Siobhan.
Shout out to Auntie Siobhan. Because she don't play.
Yeah, she don't play. She always be like that.
And the good thing about her, she knows what she talking about. Yeah. Because there's time when y'all not playing well, she not yelling at the coaches.
Yeah.
She yelling at y'all. I love that because, a lot of parents is always the coaches' fault.
Yeah.
Right? It's always the coaches' fault. But your people, they call it the way they see it.
Yeah.
And that's cool, considering that when they come in the gym, everybody knows who they are. So, they got to act a certain way too. And they not the parents that that's yelling at the coaches. It's always go pass the ball. Then when her son gets the ball, shoot it.
Yeah.
You guys aren't that, your support system isn't that way. So tell me about the relationship with you and your mom.
Me and my mom, we got a real close relationship. Like, anytime she need me to go with her, I'll go with her. But anyway, I'm going to go regardless because, I feel like I got to protect her.
Why?
Because, dudes trying to holler at her and stuff, so,
So, go ahead.
Yeah, but, I feel like I got to be there. And people need it, but crazy, bro. I don't trust her going away by herself. I know she grown and stuff like that, but still, at the end of the day, I feel like I feel like I got a chance to be there, I'm going to be there.
Is Tay the same way?
Who?
Tamar? With your mom?
Yeah, he's the same way, but Tamar is more like a laid back. Mm-hmm. So he's more like, okay, Tony, you got it. But I think go to where Tamar, he'll go. Tamar's the more laid back one.
What's the plan as far as basketball moving forward? I know you're not going back to Santiago, and it was interesting because. We still talk about you guys, although you guys are gone. Jack, sometimes Barry, and Rick. And I talk to my AJ a lot. AJ.
Yeah.
And, you know, if my wife was here, she'll tell you I'm always talking about that team. I mean, you saw where my blanket is. My blanket is on my pool table. So, the what you guys was able to do for us. I know a lot of times you guys talk about what we meant to y'all. So I'm saying this to the entire 2022-2023 team when I say coaching 25 years, and that was the best ride I've ever been on.
It was fun.
It was so fun, bro. It was so even the bad time, because we got it off to a bad start.
We got to a bad start. We started off like 0.
It was like 0-3, 0-3, 1-6 or something.
Yeah, it was like 1-4. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know, everybody was questioning themselves. Everybody was questioning each other. But like I said, that I think I could speak for Coach Barry, Coach Rick, and Coach Jack, that what you guys did for us that season is something that we'll never forget.
Yeah, same here.
It was magical. What's your plans moving forward?
My plans moving forward, this summer I'm going to work on my game more, work on my ball handling, work on my defense, and like get in the gym, and then like choose a school for next season. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I got some decisions to make. So like, I'm gonna take my time with it though.
When you think, have you given yourself a deadline? Like you want to make up your mind by?
I want to make it by the end of April.
Okay. Do you you want to stay home?
Yeah.
Or close to home, right?
Yeah.
So so it's interesting because a lot of people may look at that and be like, oh man, he wants to stay away from home. But, you know, he got a crowd of people that support him. And then he went to a situation where he felt like he didn't have any support at 17, 18 years old. That's not always easy to deal with. What's the driving dynamic? No more than 4 or 5 hours?
I feel like 6. Like I'll go somewhere like Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like anywhere, but it's just like California. Like it was just far.
It was far,
and like it's California pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I lived there for a while. I lived in Corona.
Yeah,
did you hear Corona?
Yeah.
So Corona Centennial High School.
Yeah,
one of the best. That's where Jerry McCain went.
Yeah.
My boy is the coach there. Coach Giles. Coach, it's a guy named Shannon Sharp. Not that Shannon Sharp, but another Shannon Sharp. Jelon Willwright. All these guys were top-notch coaches. I get a lot of the way I approach coaching comes from Giles.
Yeah.
Coach Giles. I mean, he's had Cedric Bearfield, who's playing overseas. Shannon Sharp played in Colorado. He got Jerry McCain right now at Duke. He's top-notch when it comes to high school coaches. So yeah, that's where I was. Not too far from there. After basketball, what's the plan?
After basketball, to play overseas, like just play some type of basketball. It could be overseas to NBA, anything. But if that don't work out, I'm gonna do my acting career, social media, stuff like that. I'm gonna continue on that journey.
So you're gonna follow your pop's footsteps.
Yes, sir.
But you won't. You're not gonna go into comedy though.
No, right? I'm not. Nah, I'm not comedy.
Cause you
more like acting. You know, what I'm saying, do my own skits.
Right.
YouTube.
You're not as funny as your pop.
Nah. I can't stand up. Like I'm more like a in the moment funny. Like you just talk to people and make people laugh.
That's what I'm like. I say something stupid.
Yeah. I'm like stupid funny, but like he's like he gather his material and he go on stage and just make people laugh. Mm-hmm. Like, I gotta talk to people.
Yeah, I'm
to
the
make
same
people
way.
Laugh. So like
I did a stand-up comedy class before with this guy in Hollywood. His name was Greg Wilson. I did everything cool. Did all the homework, doing everything. The dude was like, man, you so funny. When we interacted. Stand up on stage, bro, I don't even think nobody's smiling.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard. It's
hard.
It's a different dynamic.
Everybody's laughing at anything, man. It's like, dang, like what do I do now?
You kind of wondering where you go from there. What's Tamar's plans?
Tamar's plan, the same thing. Same thing, really. Me and him. I think me and him will have like a good like show together or something, like a YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
we talked about that once.
I mean, you guys got the platform. Yeah, right? You got the foundation. Your dad is pretty much writing the playbook. Yeah, that everyone's Desi Banks following it. Everyone's following it now. Did your dad start off when he started off doing those skits? Was the end game to be a stand-up comedian?
We talked about this once. At first, he just made a video because, like, at first he started rapping, and then he made a video and like it just went viral, and like he was like, okay, he just kept making videos, and he finally just got into stand-up comedy, and then like it just overly happened.
So the tour he had last year, because I went to that. Yeah, the one in DC when he had the Netflix special. Was that his first?
What Netflix special?
No, was that his first time getting into stand-up comedy?
Nah, he been doing that way before that. Way before then. Like he been going on the road and tours for years. I say about like 4 years before that. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like even when I was in middle school, he was on the road going on tour. I went to some shows. So yeah.
So the good thing, it's a family show. I mean, he talk about some adult stuff. Yeah. But the fact that, all his language is clean. Yeah. And stuff like that. I showed the show to that boy from the country, ain't he? I'm like, Mom, he from here. Yeah, he from the country, he from here. What's the what's the plans with your sisters? So is your older sisters considering getting into the whole social media game? I know you said you had a younger sister that raps, right?
Yeah. One of my she's my young sister. She started rapping and stuff. She's doing good. I'm really good with it too.
How old is she?
This is 9.
Oh God.
Yeah, she's like either 9. She's somewhere around the 8, 9, 10. I don't know.
It's so many of y'all. You can't remember.
I can't remember. But I think she's in 4th grade.
Is your dad done?
He say he is.
He didn't get snipped yet?
Huh?
Did he get snipped yet?
What's snip?
With snip, when he ain't get that little snip, get the thing cut off yet? Oh. he ain't shooting blanks yet? So you get my age, bro. So, AJ's a twin. Yeah. So when AJ was born, when him and my twin daughter, Alex, Anthony and Alex was born, so I went and got fixed, right? Yeah. So I'm holding both of them. I wish I could find this picture. I'm holding both. I mean, they babies. Yeah. Like home a couple weeks. I'm holding both of them, and then I got ice on my phone. Soon as they was born, 2 weeks later, I was at the clinic getting this. Yeah. Because that was 4. I was like, nah, no more. Yeah. No more. Your dad up to 10. Yeah. Was he trying to get 10? Nah. When did he want to stop?
I don't think he never want to stop. I just feel like it just God's plan.
Right. I mean, it's cool because he take care of him. Yeah. It's awesome.
He take care of all of us.
I mean, hey.
And we all real close, so.
Right. You can have 20 as long as you're doing right by all of them. Do you want to go to like go back to Hollywood and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I kind of miss California a little bit now. Really? I miss my teammates. Right, real cool.
Do you want me? We can send this to Dwayne and Coach Dixon.
Shout out Coach Dixon, man. Yeah. Bring the coaching style, bro. Like,
tell me about your experience with them.
Like, it was real cool. Everybody's so nice. They made me feel safe at home. Like, the coach made me a better player. They believed in me, and like, I thank them for that. They made me a better person. Not even just a better player. They made me a better person at the end of the day. So like, they taught me a few things.
So I've been knowing your coach Dwayne since 2007.
Yeah.
So I've been knowing him, 16, 17 years. And he has always been a good dude. So when I told him about you, he was like, hey, coach, you my man, but if he come out here and he can't hoop, he can't hoop. And I was like, no, he be all right, And then you told me you on your Honda was going out there, I think it was in April.
Yeah.
And then I called him back. I was like, hey, man, how my boy do? He was like, yeah, man, he seemed a little timid.
Yeah.
I was like, he a young boy. He'll be all right. So, yeah, they like you said earlier, they was a little worried that first time.
Yeah.
And then, when you start dropping 20 and 12, 16 and 12 and all this other stuff, like, oh, yeah, you ain't tell me he could rebound that good. I said, man, I told you was getting one, bro. The only reason this kid ain't going higher is because he tore his ACL in the junior year and college basketball wasn't in the plans.
Yeah.
I bet if you had it to do over again, you'd do a lot of things different, especially in the classroom.
Yes. Fact, started all from freshman year.
Right.
I took it way more serious. I was playing around with it.
But you learned from it.
Yeah, I learned from it.
Like you said, it's God's plan. What else anything else you want to go over right now, man? First of all, let me tell you this. I know you're a busy dude.
Yeah.
With your skits and everything. Don't forget, you got to get your dad here April the 11th.
Oh, yes, sir. I got you.
But I know you're a busy dude, but I just want to say this is a favor you're doing for me.
Yes, sir.
And I thank you.
Anytime,
I really appreciate it. You guys know Tony will tell anybody when these kids play for me, when the season over, that's not the end of our relationship.
Yeah.
I got kids that, I always talk about a guy by the name of Matt Downey. He's played for me at a school called Boulder Creek in Arizona. And he and I are still close to this day.
Yeah.
And he graduated. He's a PA now, a physician assistant. So he's been out of school a whole while. But I always tell you guys, like, my number's been the same for 23 years. No matter where I go, my number ain't going to change.
Yeah.
And the reason why my number don't change is because I still feel like no matter how much you got going for you and, with your success that's going to be upcoming and your dad is killing it, y'all still may need to talk to Coach Tony one day. And because of that, man, I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be around. It's been a pleasure coaching you, bro. Hopefully we get you down there where my son and Chance is. A little revisionist history. But I just want to thank you, TC. I appreciate you, man. I love you, bro.
Love you too, Coach.
And make sure we get your, what's your sister name?
Melissa. We
got to get Melissa in here. We got to get Wayne in here. We're good to go.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning into this episode of Chronic OGs. I think we got it right this time.